Video I will be explaining a simple count aggregate function and the role of group by. As you can see, we have created two tables, universities and students. The universities table have ID and name, and students have ID, name, age, university ID, and university ID is a foreign key referring to the universities table. Firstly, we have filled our tables with dummy data. I use ChatGPT for that. And simply what we're doing now, we are listing the universities and the students joining. We're just simply listing students, their age, not their age, just the students and their corresponding university. And how do we find this correspondence? We're checking on the ID. And when we run this, yeah, we have. And of course, there will be a duplicate elements in the left side because we have multiple students studying in the same university. And what we want to do is we want to count the number of students registered in a specific university. And of course, we just simply, what we can do, we can count how many times each university is appearing in this list. And we can simply do this by saying universities.name, students.name, but right now we just want to count the number of universities appearing in this list. The number of times means that the number of times a students registered in that university. So we don't need the student's name. We're just gonna choose. We're gonna say SQL count universities dot name universities.name. And we also have to add group by universities.name. Why we are adding it? Because we want to make sure that SQL, and of course if we don't add it, it will give us an error. Because SQL should handle each of these individually. For example, Harvard University 1, and then when it comes across the second Harvard University, it will consider it as a new one, then will it add it to the count. So group by university name, and let's run this if we don't have any error. Okay, we don't have. And you can see universities, University of California, number of times that is student registered, and also for the other universities we are seeing it. What we can do now, we can actually count the number of time a single student has been registered in that university. We just simply add here students dot name, and it doesn't matter after this point whether we are counting the name of the universities or we're counting the name of the students, because in this counting principle, okay, and let's run it and see. We also need to group by the student's name. Missing from Okay, student's name, university, student ID, group by university's name are missing from a class entry for table student. Students that name, universities that name from universities. What is the problem? Oh, sorry, students. So what it did here, it actually calculated the number of times David Green appeared here. For example, let's say David Green registered for this university for the second time, and then what we'll do, okay, the student's name still is the same, and what we do here for the universities, okay, when we add, actually in this table we add David Green 2 times. For example, let's add David Green 2 times. I hope it won't give an error. David Green, 24, age 24 and 3. Yeah, David Green. So it showed us that David Green has registered in this university 2 times. So what we're doing here, we are counting a university name, student name combination. University name and student name combination. So how many times Massachusetts Institute of Technology and David Green appeared in the table? That's what we are counting. How many times Bob Johnson appeared with Harvard University alongside with the Harvard University in our query? How many times Alice Smith appeared with Stanford University in this list? I mean, for example, let's see the list without grouping by and counting it. Students.name counted, we don't need to count here. Universities.name, students.name from universities, join students on universities.id. Okay, now let's run this query and see what is going on. Oh no, select, what is the problem? Select universities.name, students.name from universities. Syntax error. Join students on universities ID. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yeah. Now, you see here, David Green, David Green, David Green, and David Green. So, before counting anything, this is the list, right? This is the output that we get for this query. And what we want to count is that how many times Stanford University and Alice Smith appears together, and how many times University Oxford and Hector Wells appears together. That's what we want to count. But if we, for example, let's say this is our output, and we just want to count how many times University of California appears in the list. Simply what we're doing, we are counting the university's name, universities dot name, and we group by universities dot name. Okay. Yeah. University of California appears 2 times. Harvard University appears 2 times. Only Massachusetts Institute of Technology appears 3 times because this David Green guy registered in this university 2 times, and also Eva Black. Yeah, that is simply how count works. We can also use it without a join function. It it will be a simpler explanation. Okay, thank you.